I'm the bodyguard a female CEO hired for a fortune. I was supposed to stay by her side. But when some thugs started messing with her, I just watched. Like none of this had anything to do with me. I even casually unwrapped a white rabbit candy and popped it in my mouth. I knew exactly what was going on, based on all the short dramas I've watched. In a scene like this, the hero always shows up at the perfect moment. So I glanced up at the second floor. Sure enough, there was a man in a Zhongshan suit, staring hard at the trapped CEO. The curve on his lips was just right. 3 parts smug, 3 parts cold, 4 parts whatever. This guy's name was Ye Tian, a top-tier fighter from some hidden mountain retreat. His nickname? The Dragon King. A waiter saw me standing there doing nothing, and shoved me. Bodyguard, are you blind? Your boss is about to get taken advantage of. I ignored him and calmly walked to the corner. There was a red emergency alarm on the wall. At that moment, one thug grabbed Shenbing's arm with a nasty grin. Upstairs, Ye Tian's aura dropped. He was about to jump down. I stopped hesitating, smashed the glass, and hit the button. The next second, the fire alarm started blaring. It drowned out the music instantly. Then the ceiling sprinklers kicked in. Fire! Run! I bent down and grabbed the dry chemical extinguisher by the wall, then aimed the hose right at the thugs on the dance floor. White powder filled the air. The cold water made those thugs shiver, and after inhaling a mouthful of powder, they let go. The CEO covered her eyes and stumbled around in panic. Even Ye Tian got shaken by the sudden alarm. He slipped in the chaos and fell straight from the second floor. I used the confusion to rush onto the dance floor and hoist up Shenbing, who was already half out of it. She squirmed on my shoulder, grabbing wildly. Let me go. The escape route's packed right now. If you fall and get trampled to death, who's gonna pay me this month? I carried her steadily, dodging the crowd with perfect precision, then kicked open the bar's back door. Behind me, I could hear Ye Tian roaring upstairs in rage. Who hit the alarm? You ruined my moment! I clicked my tongue, opened the car door, and shoved the soaking wet Shenbing inside. That rescue was basically textbook perfect. Shenbing's face was red as a tomato, and she kept leaning toward the driver's seat, staring at me with hazy eyes, her perfume mixed with alcohol, and kept drifting right into my nose. Yep, straight out of one of those novels. I sighed, then cranked the AC all the way down. Cold air blasted right at her. Don't move, just deal with it. Physical cooling. Besides, these leather seats are expensive. If you throw up on them, you're paying for the cleaning. After that, I slammed the gas and took off. Then my phone suddenly buzzed. It was a text from an unknown number. Take her to Hilton Room 1208. I can save her. There'll be something in it for you. Signed, Ye Tian. I glanced at it and texted back one line. You're nuts. Then I tossed my phone onto the passenger seat. Jianghu, I feel awful. Help me! Shenbing called my name softly from the back seat. Her voice was sweet and clingy, soft enough to melt. Before she even finished speaking, her warm hand grabbed my arm. Her eyes were unfocused, and she was completely overwhelmed, barely conscious at this point. Relax, we're almost there. Where? District 13 Hospital. The ER, you're getting your stomach pumped. From my experience, this looks like acute drug poisoning. Best option? Stick a tube in there. Suck everything out of her stomach. Then give her some activated charcoal. Shenbing froze for a second in the back seat, then let out a scream of pure despair. 10 minutes later, the car carved a clean arc through the night and drifted to a stop in front of the ER. I jumped out and shouted at the sleepy nurse inside. Doctor, hurry, rich lady poisoned! Get a gurney out here! And make sure you pump her stomach. Use the biggest tube you've got. Don't cheap out, she's got insurance. A few nurses rushed out with a cart, threw Shenbing on it in a panic, and rolled her straight into the emergency room. Only then did I finally breathe easier. After paying the bill, I squatted outside the ER doors, munching on a roasted sweet potato. Right then, I heard fast, heavy footsteps at the end of the hall. I looked up. It was Ye Tian, still in that Zhongshan suit. He was running hard, sweat all over his forehead. The second he saw me holding half a sweet potato, his pupils shrank. He froze for a beat, then his whole face twisted with rage. Where's Shenbing? Inside, they're tubing her up. Probably throwing up like crazy by now. You idiot! Do you think normal medicine can cure this? Only my Taiyi needles, combined with my special inner force, can force out the poison. You're hurting her! As soon as he said that, he tried to charge in. I stuffed the rest of my sweet potato into my mouth and stepped sideways to block the door. Buddy, this is a hospital, ICU zone. You want to practice medicine in there? Show me your credentials. What credentials? Medical license, physician certification, hospital consult authorization. Oh, and one more thing. Judging by how fresh out of the mountains you look, do you at least have an ID? Ye Tian just stood there, stunned. He'd spent 10 years in the mountains learning martial arts and medicine. Nobody had ever told him saving people required paperwork. I'm a successor of Ghost Valley. I don't need any of that useless paper. Oh, wow, you want to get physical now? I immediately pointed at the security camera overhead. See that? Full recording. Touch me once and I'm dropping on the floor. I've got high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high lipids, and a bad heart. I hit the floor. And you're not walking away for under 200 grand. Security, we got a disturbance here. Guy's trying to break into the OR and he's got needles in his hand. That's a weapon. You! Before he could finish, 3 guards rushed over with riot forks. Ye Tian's face instantly turned liver red. He was the Dragon King. When had he ever been humiliated like this? He flicked his wrist, and several silver needles shot straight toward the security guard's knees. I instantly grabbed the stainless steel trash can nearby, slid forward, and blocked every single needle with a few loud clangs. Now you're attacking security with a weapon too? Didn't see that coming. You're actually trained. Today, I'm cleaning house for Shenbing. I'm gonna cripple you, you backstabbing lapdog. His footing shifted, and he turned into a blur, striking straight for my chest. I didn't dodge. I actually puffed my chest out and leaned into it. At the same time, I pulled out my phone and started recording. His palm slammed hard into my chest. I used the momentum and flew backward like a rag doll. 3 full meters. Ah, murder, he killed me! I collapsed on the floor like a mess, clutching my chest and rolling around in fake agony. My screams were sharp and miserable, like a cat getting its tail stepped on. I've got broken bones, internal bleeding. I can't see, help! You're faking it. I only used 30% of my strength. 30% is still force. Everybody saw it. He knows martial arts, he tried to kill me.